Peace and Black Power. It's the Prince of Pan-Africanism, Kingkongconsciousness. Just needed to come pay some respects. You can't celebrate the good Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. unless you celebrate and remember and honor the two Africans that brought him forward in this world. His mother, who was also a victim of white assassination. I repeat, Dr. King's mother was also a victim of white assassination, murdered. Queen Mother Alberta Williams, we salute you, rest in peace. And of course, the Dr. King's father, the great Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Sr., AKA Daddy King, who left this world the same day that Nat Turner left this world. I said the father of the good Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Daddy King Sr., he left this world on November the 11th of 1984. Another Reverend left this world on that same day. The greatest black revolutionary to ever walk on American soil, the incomparable and uncomparable Reverend Prophet Nat Turner. So Reverend King Sr. and Reverend Nat Turner both left this world on November the 11th of 1984. So I just wanted to come pay respects to the parents of the great Dr. King, whose son was assassinated April the 4th, 1968. I believe that is 2 Sundays ago, 53 years ago. I believe that is 2 Sundays ago, 53 years ago. So we got to pay respects because the resting sites of our ancestors are shrines. The resting sites of our ancestors are shrines. And what is a shrine? A shrine is a spiritual energy portal. It is a physical area that is charged with a spiritual essence. And it gets charged with the spiritual essence by the meditations, by the prayers, by the chants, by the gifts, by the memories that we place upon it. And so the collective memories and prayers and meditations and gifts and visits that are made to the resting place of our ancestors make those places shrines. They become energy portals. You ever walk into a room and you can feel the energy? You ever go somewhere and you can feel the energy? That means that space has been charged with a positive energy or a negative energy. And so what we have to do is we have to charge the shrines of our ancestors with positive energy. And we have to keep their spirit close to us and around us so they can help us do the work of revolutionary Pan-African nationalism, so they can help us do the work of global African redemption, so they can help us do the work of 21st century repatriation followed by reparations. I said repatriation followed by reparations. Some of y'all think we have to get reparations before we can repatriate to Africa. That is totally wrong. The first of all reparations is internal reparations. That is what we can do for ourselves. So the repatriation is the internal reparations, which will be followed by the reparations, which is the external repair, brothers and sisters. So we have to charge up the shrines. Now, all due respect to my Muslim brothers and sisters, I love you, I was raised with you. All due respect to my Christian brothers and sisters, I love you, I was raised with you. I know that when we talk about shrines and when we talk about ancestral veneration, you guys get confused and you get a mental block and cognitive dissonance because in your religion, you are taught that all other religions are wrong. I said your religion, although it is a beautiful religion, it is a very chauvinistic religion. It is a very dictatorial religion. It is a very narrow-minded religion. As beautiful as Islam and Christianity are, they are very one-sided and narrow-minded. And the reason they are that way, because they didn't start that way. Muhammad ibn Abdullah was a blue, black, purple man. And Jesus of Ethiopia was a blue, black, purple man. But when the Arab took Islam from the African and when the Christian took Christianity from the African, they gave it back to us in a manner that was reflective of the European colonizer that stole the religion. They gave the religion back to us in a manner that was reflective of the Arab colonizer that stole the religion. So that's how Christianity became a dictatorial, dogmatic system. That's how Islam became a dictatorial, dogmatic system. And what I mean by that, respectfully, because I love all Africans, religion is irrelevant to me. It is not how you pray. It is not what you believe in. It is not how you eat. It is not how you worship. It is how you think. I'm going to say that again. To the 21st century revolutionary Pan-African nationalist, to the 21st century revolutionary Pan-African nationalist, we don't care how you pray, who you pray to, what you believe in, what you eat, what flag you pledge to. The only thing we care about, or should I say the main thing that we care about, is how you think, brothers and sisters. That's right. So I don't care what religion you belong to. You still my brother or sister. The only time your religion becomes a problem with me is when your religion blocks you from organizing with me. I said the only time that your religion can become a problem for me is when your religion becomes a block to us uniting under the banner of African liberation. One of the things that religion has done detrimentally to black people, and there's a lot of good things religion has done, but one of the not so good things is they have cut our people off from being primarily identified with their race and their culture. I said religion has cut our people off from being primarily identified with their race and culture. And black people, as a result of slavery, black people, as a result of colonization, black people, as a result of white supremacy, we identify with religion more than our race. And we are the only people in the world who identify with their religion before they identify with their race. Your race is nothing more than your global human family. Your race is nothing more than your global human family. Your race is the group you belong to because you share genetic, biological, ancestral, cultural, and a historical experience. I said, when you say you belong to the African race, you're saying that I have a shared, common, biological, ancestral, genetic, cultural, and historical makeup. How can a religion be greater than your biological, ancestral, genetic, cultural, and historical connection to other brothers and sisters? So all we're saying, religious Africans, we have no problem with your religion, but don't let it come before your family. Don't yet let your religion separate you from your brother or your sister. Don't let your religion separate you from other Africans, your next door neighbor. I don't care what religion you belong to. We are all Africans first, brothers and sisters. As I stand here in front of the grave of probably the greatest patriarch and matriarch in black history, you can argue that the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Sr., Daddy King, and Queen Mother Alberta Williams, who was assassinated not too long after her son was assassinated, this is one of the greatest matriarch and patriarchal families that we've had because they gave us one of the greatest black men to walk this earth, who was taken from us 53 years ago in the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was murdered by the FBI with the collaboration of the Memphis Police Department, the Memphis government, the Memphis Fire Department. Dr. King's assassination was the most thoroughly planned assassination in American history, even more thoroughly planned than the JFK assassination. It was more thoroughly planned than El Hajj Malik El-Shabaz's Malcolm X's assassination. You have to read The Assassination of Dr. King by William Pepper, brothers and sisters. You have to read The Assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. by William Pepper. Look up William Pepper. He's the King family attorney. Read his books or download his audio books, especially the most recent one on a plot to assassinate Dr. King. It's the most powerful book, one of the most powerful books that you could ever read, brothers and sisters. Make sure you read that book. So I am just here in the presence of Eshu Elegbara, Eshu Getty Nimbo, the opener of the ways, the opener of the cemetery path, so we can come and communicate with our ancestors. I stand with Queen Mother of the Night, Queen Mother Warrior, the spiritual energy, that great divine essence known as Oya, who is the guardian of the black cemeteries. Oya, who is the mother of change and radical transformation. Oya, who is the custodian of business and business success and economic transactions. And she's the custodian of revolutionary female energy. We call on her, mother of Scorpio and Pluto, as we stand here in the cemeteries to pay homage to our ancestors. This is what we do as African people. This is what we do as African people, brothers and sisters. I want to give a special shout out to Augusta, Georgia, Baba Baruti, his beautiful queen, down at the Humanitary House. I really enjoyed my very first visit to Augusta, Georgia. I'm sure it won't be my last. And I want to thank Councilman Mark Baker of South Fulton City Council. Councilman Mark Baker, he had a beautiful program yesterday with the Unity Day that he had out in College Park. My first time visiting with the South Fulton family, the College Park family. So I met 2 new African families in Georgia. I said I had the opportunity to meet and build and unite with 2 new African families. I'm proud to say that I have a new African family in Augusta, Georgia. And I'm proud to say I have a new African family in South Fulton and College Park, Georgia, brothers and sisters. That's what it's all about. It's about the liberation of our people. That's all it's about. My next stop will be at the Nat Turner Trail. Join me in Druryville, DrEWRYville. If you've never been to the Nat Turner Trail, if you've never walked the Nat Turner land, if you've never visited the shrine of the greatest black revolutionary to ever walk on American soil, who left this earth the same day that Daddy King left this earth on 11/11, then join us in Druryville. Go to natturnerlibrary.com. Go to natturnerlibrary.com. Go to natturnerlibrary.com, brothers and sisters. Go to natturnerlibrary.com and join us on Thursday, April the 29th. Join us on Thursday, April the 29th. And when you put that 2 and that 9 together, you get another 11. There we go with that perfect synchronicity. When you see those 11s, you know you walking in perfect synchronicity. We're going to celebrate the 81st solar return of H. Khalifa, one of our Grand Master teachers, the foremost expert on the life and times of the Honorable Prophet Reverend Nat Turner and his army. We're talking about Will and Jack, and we're talking about Henry Hart, Nelson and Sam and Cherry and all of those Africans who stood up with Nat Turner and said, we're going to free our people today, brothers and sisters. That's the revolutionary heritage that we as a people got to get back to. So Mama King and Daddy King, I just come to stay. We still getting the work done. And Daddy King, I watched some of your interviews for the first time a few weeks ago, Elder, and I'm telling you, great ancestor, you were definitely a man of God. You are one of the most poised, one of the most self-controlled, one of the most articulate, one of the most honorable and spiritual men I've ever seen get interviewed. So I can see where your son, Dr. King, got it from. The apple don't fall far from the tree. And without question, the good Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., greatest black leader of the second half of the 20th century, definitely is the son of a king and a queen. Brothers and sisters, Nat Turner, April 29th, I might be at Southern University on May the 1st. I will be in Las Vegas, God willing, and ancestor determining I will be in Las Vegas visiting with my Las Vegas family for only the second time and the first time since 2016 when I did one of my only double lectures. I did 2 lectures in Las Vegas in 2016 on the same day. That was either December or January, brothers and sisters. I did 2 lectures on the same day. I don't do that often, but I did it for Las Vegas because I had not been to Las Vegas before. And so I wanted to make sure everybody who had a chance to see Dr. Umar could come and see Dr. Umar. So we sold out the first one, and I believe we almost sold out the second double lecture. So Las Vegas, I'm coming back for the first time in 5 years to make my second visit. And it's going to be a lecture and a Q&A and a book signing. It's going to be a lecture and a Q&A and a book signing. And then Oakland, California, I'm coming to you the very next day for a lecture, Q&A, and a book signing, all free. All you have to do is show on up. And then on Sunday, the 16th, we're going to be at the Blessed Love Cultural Center on Vernon Ave in Los Angeles. I want to see all my LA family out there. I want to see my whole California family. In fact, I'm making 3 stops in California. I guess northern, southern, and central, brothers and sisters. But Oakland, lecture, Q&A, book signing. Los Angeles, lecture, Q&A, and book signing at Blessed Love. You do have to get tickets for Blessed Love. You do have to get tickets for Blessed Love, so make sure you call. You don't get them on my website. Call Sister Kim and call Baba Ross Bob. Call Sister Kim and call Baba Ross Bob to get your tickets before they sell out. Blessed Love. It is the book release of the Black Parent Advocate, The Art of War for Dealing with America's Public and Charter Schools. Every black parent needs a copy. Every black educator needs a copy. Every black attorney needs a copy. Every black social worker needs a copy. If you are in the business of saving black children, and all of us should be, then you need to be at Blessed Love. You need to be in Oakland. You need to be in Vegas. You need to be at Nat Turner. And then we're going to go on down to Palm Springs, California on Saturday, May the 22nd. It's a California tour. It's a triple threat West Coast Desert Storm tour. We got Oakland on the 15th. We got LA on the 16th. And we got Palm Springs, California for their Unity Day on the 22nd. It will be a lecture, Q&A, and book signing. All are free except LA. Get your tickets for LA and Las Vegas on Friday the 14th. So we got 4 stops on the West Coast, 4 stops on the desert. I apologize to my brothers and sisters in the West because y'all don't get to see me that often, but that's because, you know, y'all don't be finding them venues I need. I'm still waiting on Seattle. I'm still waiting on Phoenix. I'm still waiting for my first visit to Salt Lake City, Utah, brothers and sisters. I'm trying to go to every state. I think there's about a dozen states I ain't been to. I want to get to Maine. I want to get to New Hampshire. I want to get to Vermont. I want to get to North Dakota. I want to get to South Dakota. I want to get to Wyoming. I want to get to all the states that the Prince of Pan-Africanism has not been to. I want you brothers and sisters to make sure you donate to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. We do not want the summer to set on the Garvey building in the Nat Turner Dessalines Gymnasium without it being repaired. We understand we got a $300,000 tax bill, and we understand we got a $300,000 renovation bill. And I tell you how we can win a victory real fast, brothers and sisters. We can pay off the tax bill, but that will leave us no renovation money. Or we can pay off the renovations, but that will leave us no tax money. We can have the school up and running in 3 weeks, and I'm going to tell you how. We can have the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy up and running in 3 weeks. Because we only have 3 weeks worth of renovations. We only have 3 weeks worth of repairs. We only have 3 weeks worth of work that has to be done on the school. So you say, Dr. Umar, you had the school for 2 years. You've had the school for 2 years. What do you mean you can have it up and running in 3 weeks? If that's the case, why wasn't the school up and running a month after you bought it back in February 2019? The reason the school wasn't up and running 3 weeks after we bought it in February 2019 is because I haven't had a black HVACer, a black plumber, a black electrician, a black carpenter to donate their time to the school. If a team of HVACers would have came in or come in now, if a team of electricians would have came in or come in now, if a team of plumbers would have came in or come in now and say, Doc, get us the repairs, we're going to do it for free. In the name of black children, get us all the tools. Get us the equipment. Here's a list of everything we need to finish the HVAC. Here's a list of everything we need to finish your electric. Here's a list of everything we need to finish your plumbing and your carpentry. You get us this, and we'll do the repairs for free. The school can be open in 3 weeks. Did y'all hear what I said? The Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy can be open in 3 weeks, brothers and sisters. It can be open in 3 weeks, but you need somebody to care enough about the future black children to help us. You need a plumber to care enough to help us, an HVACer to care enough to donate their time. You need that electrician to care enough to donate their time. That's right. The school can be ready in 3 weeks. Y'all want to know why it's taking so long? It's taking so long because we ain't got folks donating their time to our children. That's why it's taking so long. So we got to raise the money and we got to pay folks. We got to raise the money and we got to pay folks. So we got $300,000 tax bill. We got a $300,000 renovation. But the only reason why we have a $300,000 renovation bill is because we have to pay folks. But if we can get folks to donate, we can knock off the taxes and have the school up and running before June. I said we can knock off the taxes and have the school up and running before June. So hit your Cash App. Hit your Cash App. It's been 2 years. I don't think we're going to get no volunteers. It's been 2 years. I don't think we're going to get no volunteers. It's been 2 years. I don't think we're going to get no volunteers, brothers and sisters. So we got to pay off. We got to pay off the renovations and the taxes. Hit your Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit your Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Mail your check or money order payable to FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. It's also on the website, DrUmarJohnson.com. You can also join the Loyal Donors Club, $50 a month bronze, $100 a month silver, $250 a month gold, $500 a month diamond, Excuse me, $500 a month platinum, $1,000 a month diamond. Black businesses, where y'all at? Why haven't y'all signed up? All you black folks out there whose children I've saved. There's thousands of you out there. I've saved your children from special ed. There's thousands of you out there with the help of God and the support of the ancestors. I've kept your child out of prison. There's thousands of you out there. I've kept your child off medicine. I've reversed misdiagnosis. I've taught you how to fight the school system. I've saved your marriage. I've prevented homicides and suicides. For all those I've helped, why ain't you donating? Why aren't you donating? I've given to you. It's time for you to give back to DrUmarJohnson. I've saved a whole generation of black children. Single-handedly, I've done that with the blessing of God and the help of the ancestors. It's time for you to give back, not to me. The school ain't for me. The school is for our children. Take me out of it. I am just the vessel. I am just the conduit. I am just the go-between. You understand the school is for the future of black children, brothers and sisters. We must win. We can win. We shall win. Hit your Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit your Cash App, $FDMG School. Mama King, Daddy King, I'm going to ask you to help me too. I'm going to ask you from the other side with the ancestors to help me get this school done. Our boys need it. Our girls need it. Mama King, you died in 1974. Baba King, you died in 1984. Well, guess what? Since that time, America has done a hell of a job on black folks, and they're doing a hell of a job on black children. And unfortunately, although we are $2 trillion people, Mama King and Daddy King, we would rather spend our money on Gucci, and we would rather spend our money on Louis, and we would rather spend our money on Air Jordan. We would rather spend our money on Mercedes-Benz. We would rather spend our money on our white girlfriends and on blonde hair. Mama King and Daddy King, black America now has the ability to solve its own problems, but we rather spend our money on useless necessities that make us feel better. Useless non-necessities that will pump up our self-esteem. Black people cannot help but buy expensive junk because they feel worthless, and the only way they can add value to them lives is through conspicuous consumption and buying a whole bunch of irrelevant nothing. So Mama King and Daddy King, I want you to call on all the great black pastors, all the great black ancestors that are up there with you and Olodumare in the Olorun, the heaven of the ancestors, and bring them on back down. Bring those Christian pastors, bring those Muslim imams, bring those African priests and priestesses, and help me get this money somehow, or put it on the heart of an HVAC, or put it on the heart of a plumber, put it on the heart of an electrician, put it on the heart of a carpenter to come and volunteer their time in the name of black children. Maybe they could write it off on their taxes. But Mama King and Daddy King, I testify as I stand here before you right now, Mama King and Daddy King, that my purpose is a righteous one. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for our people. You understand me? There's no deceit in this heart right here. Everything that I'm doing regarding the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, everything I do as it relates to my life and works, I do it for the liberation and salvation and emancipation of all African people, here, there, and everywhere. I don't just speak for blacks in America, Mama King and Daddy King. I speak for my brothers and sisters in Central and South America. I speak for my brothers and sisters in the Caribbean. I speak for my brothers and sisters in Africa, my brothers and sisters in Europe, my brothers and sisters in Canada. I speak for my brothers and sisters in Asia and in the South Pacific and all over this world. We are one family, and when I speak for the whole family. That's what Pan-African is. I am because we are. We are because I am. No African can be free unless all Africans can be free. Mama King, Daddy King, God bless you. Rest in paradise. Rest in peace to your son. Help us do the work. You might be in the spiritual realm, but you can still help us out. Let's help us get this school done. Mama King, Daddy King, all the great black pastors, all the great black women of the church, all the ancestors who are in this cemetery right now, resting, who are men of God and women of God, irrespective of the religious creed. We ask you to help us liberate our people. We ask you to help us bring forth the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey, RBG, International Academy for Pan-African Excellence. Peace and Black Power.